I just want to inform you.
Dr. Ramana Reddy is a retired IAS officer, a distinguished leader with over 3 decades of service across multiple sectors in Karnataka. As the chairman of the Karnataka Skill Development Authority and former additional chief secretary, he's pioneered transformative initiatives in agriculture, technology, innovation, significantly enhancing Karnataka's global standing. His visionary leadership continues to drive the state's development and growth. May I invite Dr. Ramana Reddy to speak.
Good morning, dignitaries on the dais and friends. As a country, we are 1.44 billion as of now, but we are growing very fast. Before the pandemic and after the pandemic, we are the fastest growing large economy in the world. Last year, financial year 2024, we grew at 7%. This year, we are expected to grow at 6.5%. GDP, as far as GDP is concerned, we are number 5 in the world. We want to become number 3 sooner. Demography-wise, everybody says we have an excellent demographic dividend. Half of the population, 54% is less than 25 years and 64% is in the age of working age group. And we are one of the youngest countries in the world with an average age of 28.7 years. Karnataka also, we are doing very well. We contribute about $330 billion US $1 billion to GDP. In GDP, whatever you take, GDP, GST, direct taxes, exports, we are normally number 2, number 3 in top 3. We are known, everybody knows, we are known for IT, BT, R&D and many other things. We are number 1 on India Innovation Index for the last 3 years. We export 42% software, we are 40% unicorns, 33% bioeconomy we contribute, 15% electronic exports we contribute. Bangalore is the 4th largest technology cluster in the world. We have 400 Fortune 500 companies. We attract maximum VC in the country. So everything looks very well, but the problem is twofold. One is, as a country, our growth is very good in the last few years, but growth is not across the regions, it is not, inequality is there across the regions. Number 2 is unemployment. India, in the country, the unemployment is at 8%, whereas Karnataka is lucky enough, our unemployment ratio is 2.8%. This is mainly what has happened is why we are unemployed means only single digit of the workforce in the country is actually formally skilled. Compared to other countries like South Korea, it is at 96% are formally skilled. Japan 80%, Germany 75%, USA 52%. And it is said that 15% of our graduates are unemployed. 80% of engineers lack skills. And with this, every year we are adding 7 to 8 million to the workforce. The basic problem is we study for getting the degree. Our studies are always, our academic performance is always rated in accordance with what we write in the exam. So it has become exam oriented rather than skill oriented. So we have realized in the last few years, we have realized that we have to impart skills along with the education. Skills and education should go together. That is what we realized in the last few years. So we are taking up we have a lot of challenges, not only that even our curriculum is not up to date, it is what we teach, even if we have vocational education, whatever we teach, whatever skills we impart, there is a mismatch with what industry needs. Then as usual, the previous speaker mentioned, rapid development in the technology. Critical technologies, including emerging technologies, AI, it is said that World Economic Forum has said that in another 2 years, 87 million jobs will be lost due to automation. But good news is that 95 million will be newly created. But for the newly created jobs, we should be ready. We should be skilled in the emerging sector and newly created jobs. And we should encourage women's participation. There is also rural-urban divide. All these things we have to take care. So today is the topic of how industry can contribute to the HR, how industry can contribute to the skilling. I will say that within the industry again, the workforce planning, HR plays very important role in aligning the workforce with the future needs and skilling requirements. So I listed 6-7 points where industry can contribute and work with government so that we will be up to date in skilling. One is HR and industry, HR managers, including HR and industry can collaborate with our skill development programs. We have got a government skill development programs and vocational courses running ITIs, polytechnics, engineering colleges. You can contribute because what he said is ultimately even if we skill you, it is said that they are not useful to the industry. So I feel that if industry can participate in the curriculum design and give specific inputs, that will help the government. Secondly, you can provide the apprenticeship programs. You can hire apprentices in your company for the on-the-job training and mentorship. And you can even collaborate with our Government of India scheme called National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme where we can work together. Third is industry, academia and government linkage. You can engage with our universities, colleges, technical institutes. You can come as guest lecturers, you can organize workshops, give internships to the students. Then there are sector skill councils like aerospace and aviation industry sector skill council is here only. They are supposed to work with the industry, they are working with the industry, but they, I feel, are not up to the mark. So what I feel is, you can collaborate with the sector skill councils of relevance to you and participate in skill gap assessment, and you can tell us where we should train the people. Next item I wanted to highlight was the continuous lifelong learning. You can, because technology is changing so fast, so you have to encourage your staff to upskilling and reskilling, and you have to organize various programs and online courses for them. Next, I would request you to use your CSR funding for the skill development programs. Then, finally, I would say that industry and HR, because I said in the beginning itself, inclusivity. Though we are everywhere, it seems very rosy picture that we are very fast developing and very fast moving as an economy. We should support the skilling, industry should support the skilling requirements of marginalized groups, women and differently abled. So this is as far as the skilling is concerned what I wanted to say. And but before leaving, I wanted to quote one report. It's called Gallup 2024 State of the Workplace Report. This I quoted earlier in June when I was called for similar HR company by Asochan. Some of you may be there, so it will be repetition, but I thought it is worth repeating. It says, only 14% of the Indian employees feel they are thriving, whereas the world global average is 34%. That means remaining 86% of the employees are struggling or suffering. This is the report. Then over 40% are sad. 32% feel stressed. 35% experience daily anger. Most supervisors like HR managers or other supervisors are also struggling with their own burnout. This is the finding. And it is said that 8.9 trillion was lost in global GDP in the last year because of low employee engagement. And it is also said that 20% of world employees experience daily loneliness, and loneliness is higher for fully remote workers. So I saw your World Healthy Workplace, Nandan is sitting there. So this is directed towards you and all HR managers that we should take care of the health of your employees. And I wanted to quote another thing. Recently, maybe about few days back, there was an article in Union Express, 8th August 2024, which says that there are 8,419 organ seekers in the Karnataka state who are waiting for single organ transplant. Out of this, 20% of organ seekers in Karnataka are techies and corporate employees, corporate workers. This is because unemployed, unmanaged chronic stress, poor dietary habits, irregular sleeping patterns, hypertension and sedentary work. So as the well-being, in fact, somewhere building a thriving workforce in a dynamic landscape. So this aptly suits. So recently, just 2 days back, it was in some newspaper, Indian Express, so I wanted to mention. So firstly, I would like to thank you for calling me today. Secondly, I hope you will contribute towards a thriving workforce in a dynamic landscape. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think very important.